Right, yes, Evans. If you have completed your tonal shading, you've completed your rendering, and you've done a very good job at that, then you are moving from developing to then secure to then now exceeding. If you can demonstrate, which is working towards a 7, 6 to a 7, you are now going to get ahead and demonstrate layering. So for layering, you need to layer 2 colors together. I'm going to pick out those 2 colors now. I'm going to demonstrate both with pink, and I'm going to use a bit of orange. So I'm going to blend these 2 colors together. I'm going to demonstrate how to do that on this little section here. I'm going to zoom in very quickly and just go straight to it. I'm going to get the pink to blend into the orange here in the corner. So pink will be here and then orange will be at the bottom there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing we've done. I'm going to create a bit of a tab, do a bit of a cheat, create a bit of a tab in just the corner. So it's nice and clear in how I want this to go. But I'm going to just stop halfway. I'm not going to take it all the way down. There's no need. So once you've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and do everything we've learned for tonal shading as well as rendering. And I'm just going to go dark, medium, and light and do it from the lines across. So both sides. So you can do it this way. And just going to go ahead and blend it just out ever so slightly. Now as I'm bringing my pencil motion down, my pencil marks down, can you see how light I get? I am bringing it down, but I'm making sure it's nice and light. We don't want any harsh lines. It's almost like, where did the pink fade into? And that's the kind of effect that we're going for. Now you can go ahead and make that a bit darker, that's fine as well. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's looking like the purple here, dark, medium, and light. I want that to go into this absolute faded pink section here. So I'm going to go ahead, just use that circular motion, don't ever forget about that. It helps to blend and smooth out any tones, making sure it's nice and smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. And as I'm doing that, making sure that I'm pushing the pink down ever so slightly, and I'm keeping my pencil pressure nice and light. And that's going to be my first part. I'm going to go over this little section here, make sure it's nice and dark, and just to make sure that dark pink is blending into the medium pink, just going to smooth those tones out as well. Okay, so I'm done here for the pink for now. I'm not going to press anymore. I'm just going to now move on to adding the orange in the bottom there. So I'm going to use the sharp edge of my orange and then just create a nice little section there. Then diagonally I'm just going to go ahead. You can copy what I'm doing as well, it's perfectly fine. If you want to do this section as well, using the same colors, that's fine, as long as you get in a good practice. I'm going in, and if you notice that as I go out into my pink, I'm getting very, very light with my pencil pressure. The circular motions are nice and smooth, and they're going into the lighter section of the pink very, very lightly. And it's just overlapping, and we are layering, but we're making sure we're doing it very gently, using a very light pencil pressure. Now all I'm going to do is fill up any gaps, making sure there's no white spots anywhere in between. And once you've done that, you've done your first layer of the orange, and then all you need to do is go ahead and press that orange down ever so slightly, and just lift your pencil pressure right away. You're going to do the same thing on each side, and just make sure it's kind of blending upwards. Now this is a very difficult skill to demonstrate. You just need to make sure that you are overlapping the colors but using very light pencil pressure. And I'm just going to go ahead very lightly, and I'll show you how light I'm actually working. I'm just working as light as this, and I'm overlapping it as many times as I need, but I'm working. I don't go in like this and I don't go in like this. We don't really want that. This is not good, but this is something that we do like, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead very lightly, like I demonstrated. I'm going to overlap this slightly, and just going to blend out the dark oranges into one another, and continue using that circular motion. Now, you can go back into the first color that you've used and just go ahead and just layer them on top of one another very lightly, very, very lightly. And you do need to go back and forth as many times as you need and just practice. And you should be left with some blended tones like that. I'm going to zoom out ever so slightly so you can have a look. And if you can go ahead and demonstrate these two tones, then you are working with a very good grade of exceeding. You're going from a 5 to a 6 to then even a 7 with all those three demonstrations. If you're able to show a range of that and use bright, really vibrant, bright colors, then we're aiming for that there. Right, thank you.